has not gone out of his way to play a particularly memorable or extraordinary evening of football. Guess what? Brock isn't even in the game anymore with the 49ers offense still on the field. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, it is hello time to Sam Darnold, who is in there running garbage time plays, and McCaffrey is out of the game. And I guess things have gone well once again. What do you know for the 49ers without a particularly memorable game from their quarterback? 30 points again. 30 points for the 6th consecutive regular season franchise game, which is a franchise record. Now, the 49ers used to be known as the team that had the franchise quarterbacks that everyone drooled over. Those franchise quarterbacks have never scored 30 points in 6 consecutive regular season wins. Not never, but this guy has. Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan, there's a reason why these two decided, yeah, let's do this together this year. It's because they're pretty good together. Can't you see that? Even on a night where Brock Purdy, and we will make no excuses for Brock Purdy tonight. We're not going to sit around and pretend in any way, shape, or form he had a special game or something that really, should leave everybody just thrilled. No comments at all, no notes. It was a game of notes and a few, let's face it, missed opportunities that had the Giants come down with an intercepted ball or two, which they certainly could have done, had the, had a yellow flag not come out on a 3rd down after an overthrow, maybe another drive stalls out. But what you have now is Kyle Shanahan and Brian Daboll shaking hands because we got ourselves a final from Santa Clara. 30-12. The San Francisco 49ers have not just won, but they have also covered for the, what do we got? Yeah, they have covered for, tonight anyways. That's it. Sean McVay's not out there screwing anything up, right? Sean McVay isn't going to backdoor you in this one. The San Francisco 49ers did what they needed to do. Welcome to the 49er in-game post-game show. We don't even wait for this puppy to go final. We just jump right into it at the 2-minute warning. Welcome, Damon Bruce here, post-game and Damon, brought to you by Bottom Line Bets. And by the way, my man Stefan, 2-0 tonight in this game. He did not like the 12.5, so he played the Niners first half and then the Niners team total. He went ahead and cashed both those winners. He had a baseball winner, so another 3-0 day from Stefan at bottomlinebets.com. Stop taking my word for it. Go to his Facebook page. Go to his Instagram page. He is posting the winners. He's showing you the action that he has. And if you would like to be shown some profits this year, why don't you go ahead and sign up for Bottom Line Bets, daily, weekly, monthly subscriptions, and a grandiose package that will get you the rest of the NFL season. Check out bottomlinebets.com. My man Stefan is officially all over it. So tonight, we saw this Giants defense allow Daniel Jones to be overplaying in this game. He was like a deer in headlights at a few times. He was not having a good time out there. A lot of quarterbacks won't be enjoying their time playing the San Francisco Giants this year. He was not awful, right? He was not awful. Well, you know what? You then look at the numbers and you just thought he didn't do much. 137 yards for Daniel Jones, 2 carries, 5 yards, no touchdown and interceptions. I'm sorry, he was awful after all. He really wasn't very good tonight, but I don't even think it was necessarily him being awful. There is a huge lack of what the Giants are all over that field tonight without Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is the straw that stirs the drink for the New York Giants, as is Christian McCaffrey, the straw that stirs the drink for the San Francisco 49ers. And my goodness, Christian McCaffrey, an 18-carry, 85-yard, 1 touchdown rushing game to go along with 5 catches for 34 yards for Christian McCaffrey, 5 catches on 5 targets. Fantastic game from Christian McCaffrey once again. This wasn't a game marked with an awful lot of fantastic performances. It was good to see Nick Bosa get his first sack of the year. Javon Hargrave picked up his second sack of the year. The Niners defensive line absolutely kept pressure on Daniel Jones throughout this game, but it wasn't a gaudy game from really anyone wearing a 49ers uniform. Christian McCaffrey played great. Deebo Samuel played great, and he gave us all a little bit of a scare there, didn't he? You saw Deebo laying on the field right on the logo, and Deebo isn't one of those let me milk it for camera time guys. He pops right back up, and the way that he was walking off the field, twisting his body like that, I thought, oh man, is that a rib? Did he just crack something? I'll tell you what he then did crack. He cracked the end zone as the 49ers cracked 30 again to score 30 or more points in 6 straight games, a franchise record for the San Francisco 49ers. Very, very impressive evening, even though it wasn't that impressive of an evening because it's a handle your business game on a Thursday night. You got that short week. You're coming off of a game whose strategy that just got you to the win column is nothing like this one. You play Daniel Jones so much differently than you're going to go out and play the Los Angeles Rams. So it was just, Matthew Stafford, get the ball out as fast as humanly possible. Daniel Jones tonight was look around to try to do something. He threw a nice couple of swing passes, but not much more. And if we're being completely honest about Brock Purdy, again, he went 25 of 37 for 310 quiet yards, right? 310 quiet yards from Brock Purdy, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He did have, he took 2 sacks tonight. Brock Purdy wasn't beautiful. He wasn't special. He didn't do anything tonight that you're going to remember when the season is over as, oh, do you remember that one play in the Giants game where Brock X, Y, or Z'd anything? No, it was a very night at the office night for him, which is pretty damn good considering it wasn't the best night at the office we've seen out of Brock Purdy. Not even close. Not even close. Has he played his worst back-to-back games with the 49ers? I'm sure some out there will try to make that argument, and I wouldn't even bother arguing against you because, number one, it's a stupid argument, and I don't want to get into stupid arguments. But number two, I saw deficiencies tonight. His deficiencies were on full display tonight. 30 points, and really the only threat the New York Giants presented tonight were for the bettors who laid the 12 and a half than they were to really threaten to win this game. That's it. This game was a little bit in the barn, and what the Niners lacked in razzle-dazzle, they certainly had tonight in body blows. There might not have been a knockout punch, but this was a night where you take the body and you eventually affect the head, and they did. They did. The 49ers had scoring drives of 15, 11, and 11 plays in the first half alone. They were munching the clock. They were punching once again over and over the New York Giants, who, give them credit. They didn't really look gassed at any point in time, but that defense was on the field a long time for long stretches of time. Field goal in the third quarter to push the lead back to 8 was an 11-play drive. The field goal to go back up 11 points in this game was an 8-play drive. So the Niners they possessed the ball. They were good on third down tonight. And the quarterbacking down, we all know what it is. The quarterbacking down is third down tonight. On third down, without Brock Purdy playing particularly well on third down, the 49ers were 9 of 16. While the New York Giants were just 3 of 12. They couldn't extend any plays. It was a frustrating night for Brian Daboll. They're missing Saquon Barkley. They're in a lot of trouble. Look at it this way. They were in a lot of trouble with Saquon Barkley from the looks of the start of this year. They're not in less trouble now that Saquon Barkley isn't a part of that team. It was a night where the 49ers just handled their business on a short week, which doesn't give you much of a chance to install the things that might make you look more ferocious, but they were consistent. It was a sloppy, sloppy win, and you can win sloppily in this league without apology. And again, sloppy how? Sloppy because it wasn't crisp. It wasn't accurate. There were at least 2 or 3 interceptions out there the New York Giants would have loved to have had back. Sometimes it's better to be a little bit lucky than good. And Brock got a little bit lucky on some of these throws on replay. We'll be able to go back and see whether or not some of these throws were throwaways that he was putting to the sideline. I couldn't really tell my first time watching this game, but it was a night where business was handled. And this is a handle your business league. So nothing great, nothing memorable. We will not talk much about this New York Giants game. The deeper we go into the season, it will be looked at as one of those, well, you should have won it, you did win it, throw away. All the details of how it really happened don't matter. Here's what does matter. How's Deebo? And it looks like Deebo might be the only level of he got hurt a little. And again, right after Deebo got hurt, he then scored the 27-yard touchdown reception from Brock Purdy. So how hurt Deebo is, we don't know. But for a minute there, he was laying down. He was hurt for a minute. Went to the blue tent, came right back out, went back in the game, but hopefully no residual there. As you remember, Brandon Ayuk, he continued to play last week right to the end of the game, even though he got rattled and he was ruled out for this one. So again, grading on the curve of no Ayuk early in the year, and there's a real connection that that Ayuk and Purdy have together. This was a good win. No apologies when you win in this league. Is it going to satisfy those who are constantly grading the swimsuit portion of the beauty contest? Probably not. But tonight, if I could put this entire game in beauty pageant metaphors, maybe the most beautiful girl in the world didn't produce the win, but the one that did, man, she crushed her talent portion of the competition, and she seemed really smart. And when it was all said and done, 30 points, be picky if you want. You can't help but admit that's beautiful. Anytime you put up 30 points in an NFL game, that's beautiful. There is nothing to apologize for when that happens. We've got a great audience in here right now, 300 in the room. Welcome. My name is Damon. It's great to have you here. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., Larry Kruger and I will be simulcasting 49ers Wake Up on each of our channels. So I hope you plan on joining me to rise and shine talking about this one tomorrow. We're going to talk about this one for quite a bit here this evening. If you are new to the channel, welcome. It's wonderful to have you. I would invite you to feel free to chat away without the worry of any trolling or a group of real a-holes hanging out in this chat space. I see an awful lot of my regulars who stop on by for the show that I host every day, 11 a.m. West Coast time here on YouTube. And these are good people. These are really nice people. We've grown a really nice community over here in a short amount of time. So please click like and subscribe and welcome. It's great to have you here. We're going to try to talk football like adults. Now, every now and then, we get somebody in the chat who needs to get dealt with. They get dealt with, but we have a wonderful crowd. You are welcome here. I can't guarantee you a safe space. I mean, protect yourself at all times, folks. This is a postgame show, for goodness sakes. Feelings do get hurt, but we don't go out of our way to hurt feelings over here. 49ers had 5 red zone trips tonight. 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals. Kyle's not going to like that. No one should really like that. That's stalling. But you can stall out when you are just bleeding clock every single time you look up. And that's what this offense did tonight. They were selfish with that football. They were greedy with the football. Shush says, the commentators tonight, boring, low energy. Well, look, Al doesn't have his supreme fastball anymore, but I will tell you this. Whenever Al gets to take a shot at the location of Levi Stadium, oh man, he tees it up and he hits it like it was the top deck of a Top Golf, and he just crushes that every single time. Oh, Al Michaels does not like Levi Stadium or the fact that the 49ers don't play in San Francisco. He and I are very much simpatico on that. Kirk Herbstreit is a lot better doing college games than he is the pro game. He's not bad, but he's not great. He's great on college. He's okay in the NFL. But look, what also was a little boring and low energy, some points and times in this game, you could feel that it was just handle the business, keep this clock moving, keep the chains moving, keep it moving on third down. Again, the quarterbacking down. It wasn't a great quarterbacking night for Brock Purdy, but on the quarterbacking down, 9 of 16 will get you into the win column when it comes to just keeping the ball away from the other team. And it didn't feel like at any point in time the New York Giants were going to really threaten in this game. It was how long could they keep in punching distance. We got my man Ike. It's great to see you in here, Ike. Hello. Thank you so much. True Blue Forever dropping a little post-gaming. Damon, thank you very much. I do like that. UC Steve, you are right about this, man. No bottles popping at 3-0, but you cannot complain about undefeated. You should not complain about undefeated. G. Martinez says, damn, D. Bruce, your boy is on fire. And you know what? He is. Stefan at Bottom Line Bets is officially cashing winners every single time I look up. I am not bullshitting you. I am not selling you anything that isn't actually happening. Now, there's no guaranteeing anything when it comes to playing the number in Las Vegas. But what my man does is guarantee you an awful lot of thought, an awful lot of research, and an awful lot of lifestyle that leads him to finding the right position more often than not. Like, it's happening an awful lot. It's ridiculous how often it's happening. If you have been rolling with Stefan on bottomlinebets.com since the beginning of this NFL season, you are up. Last week, he was 6-0-1. 6 wins, no losses, 1 push. Sean McVay, I'm still looking at you. Today, he liked 2 positions in this game. He won them both. He liked the first half. He liked the 49er team point total. He didn't like the 12.5, so he didn't play it. And that's what you got to respect. He's not just there giving you picks he knows people want to make. He is giving you picks that he's making. He's not just laying it, asking you to play it. He's laying it and playing it himself. Go to my Twitter page and look at the tickets that he cashed. I put video up. If I were a bit more computer savvy, I would have downloaded the videos right here and played them for you. But my man lives above the aria, and he's living well. And Bottom Line Bets is getting other people off to a great start this NFL season. Daily, weekly, monthly subscriptions. Go ahead and get on in to bottomlinebets.com. Welcome to Postgame and Damon. This is the Plus. If you are chatting already, you're in the Plus Army. It's good to have you. We have never had, I think, over 350 people in the room for an NFL postgame, and we are over that right now. This continues to build. This continues to grow, and I thank you all deeply. Let's talk about how the New York Giants got the ball down 11 to start the third quarter. And if they were going to threaten in this game, if something really bad was going to happen, you'd figure, okay, it might happen right here. 1 first down before getting forced to punt. It was a big series for the 49ers defensive line. They got an awful lot of push right there. The Giants did pick up their first touchdown drive when they got handed 37 penalty yards of offense after a kick-catch interference call. That was the right call. I'm not complaining, but, some flags helped the Giants move the ball when they scored their touchdown. Waller got that 22-yard PI penalty on Diamador Lenore down the sideline, and the 49ers were maybe flirting with losing control of that game. And then you got the biggest drive of the game. It didn't come with the biggest result, but right after the 11-point halftime lead was cut down to 8, we saw, an 8-point lead got cut down to 5 after a play. The biggest drive of the game was Purdy finding Deebo just wide open in the middle of the field. Samuel then goes to work and picks up another 18 to 20 yards right there. Purdy gets sacked on the next play. That makes it 2nd and 16, but then he's complete on play action to Kittle. He gets 12 yards back right there. It's 3rd and 4. Purdy with an overthrow, and now we know why, though. Because Deebo was getting his shirt tail yanked on for a PI. So it's now 1st down from the 23-yard line. McCaffrey runs for 4. Then you had McCaffrey making a really, really great catch where he is stretching out for a ball that is thrown in the flat in front of him, but he catches the ball in full stride. On his fingertips. I mean, it was really a great grab. From the 15-yard line, McCaffrey then runs it for 6 more. McFadden gets McCaffrey for a 4-yard loss on that failed toss run to the right. 3rd and 8, and incomplete to Kittle, but flag for illegal contact. And that was a huge play. And then all of a sudden, when it's all said and done, Kittle slipped on a 0 blitz, and it's field goal time after all, but the lead got pushed back to 8. And if the lead had been still 5 and you're not coming away there with any kind of points, again, it was frustrating to end up in the red zone, settling for a field goal again, but Kyle clearly wasn't enamored with the way the offense was playing, was very happy with the game that the defense was throwing out on the field, and he wasn't uber aggressive tonight. There are nights where you're going to want to hit the gas pedal somewhere around midfield to establish yourself early on in the game. There are going to be some nights you don't. Kyle played this one a little closer to the vest, and it was a night, I think, to play closer to the vest. Again, Purdy was good. Purdy was not great. He was good. And by the way, being good over and over, being just good, throwing for 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, there are a lot of quarterbacks who are billed as great, who are billed as superior, who would settle for that every single time you sold it to them. How consistent can you be? Brock Purdy, pretty consistent. Not his best game tonight, not even by a stretch. But he handled his business. You know, it was also a little concerning too. Like, there are going to be people. Look, Brock gave his critics a little ammunition tonight, but he also gives guys like Larry and I, who tell you it's a team game and quarterback wins aren't, they're not the only guys who are responsible for winning and losing. Brock Purdy did enough to not have to apologize for anything, except he fumbled another quarterback center exchange. And he did it on the same drive in which he did it last week, the first possession of the second half, where you are deep in your own territory and you nearly give the ball back right there. Come on, Brock. That is something that needs to stop. I mean, throwing the football, sometimes it's yoinks away and hopefully, vibes get it to where it needs to go. There were a couple throws tonight. We're just being brutally honest here, right? Being brutally honest with each other. No one's here to just blow Brock and say he was great. He had a couple balls that could have easily been interceptions tonight. The same tip drill that allowed Hufanga to come down with an interception tonight felt like it got run 1 or 2 times on Brock and things could have gone differently. There was a tip pass at the line of scrimmage. That could always turn into a really bad adventure in the wrong direction. There was another tip pass downfield, right in the middle of the field. God bless that ball landing on the turf and not into the hands of the New York Giant. There you go. See what's going on here on the chat line. It is great to see you. You want to support the show with the super chat? Certainly appreciate that. We will certainly notice that chat ticking on by as a few of these just scroll past fast me. Those do stand out. 5-0 says Ken incoming. It feels that way. It feels that way. Now, is that 5th game? That's Dallas, right? Let's not get too cocky there. Oh, no, wait. Let me look at the schedule again. I totally forgot the schedule just off the top of my mind. Yeah, you got the Arizona Cardinals in here, then Dallas. I will say this, though. You want to talk about having good days and bad days in football? Sometimes you can have a bad day without even playing an actual game. A big injury in Dallas Cowboys practice today. Star corner Trayvon Diggs, a season-ending torn ACL in his left knee during practice. That is a big blow to a very good Dallas defense through 2 weeks of the NFL season. So, hey, every single day you just try to stay healthy in this league. You know, just come, you know, what they tell cops, your only rule is just come home. Just stay healthy. Like, that's the only rule out here. If you can just stay healthy. Dallas Cowboys didn't even play today and couldn't stay healthy. That's how brutal this sport is. So now it is really nice for the 49ers who have kicked off week 3 in the NFL. They get to sit around and watch football this weekend. They get to sit around and lick their wounds and make sure Deebo's ready to go going forward. It gives a little more just getting in shape. Not that the man's out of shape for Nick Bosa as he joined this team late in the year, obviously, with his holdout. Gives Brandon Ayuk all the time in the world to recover. Oh, there's my buddy Jack. Hi, Jack. It is good to see you. Good night, my friend. I love you. 4-year-old's going to bed right now. Woo, 4-year-old's up late tonight. Look at him pushing it to almost 9 o'clock. You know, he had to stay up for the game. He's a Niners fan. He's 4 years old. He's got a Joe Montana jersey. We'll tell him who Joe Montana was one day. As I said earlier, Joe Montana was one of the great definitions, walking, talking, a franchise quarterback, but never in Joe Montana's career, neither in Steve Young's career, did he lead an offense that scored 30 or more points in 6 consecutive weeks. Brock Purdy has. Isn't that crazy? Brock Purdy has done that now, a franchise record, 6 straight games north of 30 points. And tonight, long scoring drives, 15 plays, 11 plays, another 11-play scoring drive. Some of these are field goals, but those are still scoring drives. Third quarter, you got an 11-play drive as that lead got pushed back to 8. Another field goal to go back up 11. That was an 8-play drive. That was a short, explosive scoring drive for the 49ers tonight. They just gobbled time up, gobbled up rushing yards. And this was a systematic win. And if you really, what happened tonight? What did you see? You saw the system at work. And the 49ers are a system. Kyle has a system. And the system worked tonight. The system produced. The players as individual parts, how valuable any of them were more than the other would be hard to figure out, but you put them together and you got a system that cranks out 30 points. That's pretty good. It's pretty 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row dropping 30 for the 49ers and 6 if you want to go backwards. We got Rock Eastwood says another dirty 30 for Purdy. Look, keeps on happening, right? At some point, you got to start saying, maybe this is a new normal. Is this a new normal? I don't know. My man Larry says it's real simple. I just want to win like an adult. I tell you, there were some fans who did not comport themselves with much dignity. There was a tweet that I shared earlier of just some dude who yanked a ponytail, hit a woman in the head. I hope there were people going to jail off that little scrum that I saw. Looked like it happened in the southeast corner end zone. There are some real scumbags that you can find at these football games everywhere. Greenlaw with another bonehead play. That's from Jeffrey Bond. Look, it wasn't great, but I'll tell you, I love his aggression. I would never tell Dre Greenlaw to slow down at all. Yes, Al did say, AJ, that he didn't say that they had only 4 Super Bowls. He said they had 4 Super Bowls. He's right about that. They do have 4 Super Bowls. and one more to make the grand total 5. But Al was right. They have 4 Super Bowls. You can't argue with that. You can't get to 5 without 4. Huge Oski Bear says that one started like one of those games that doesn't make sense and the underdog wins, but the Niners did what good teams do and they didn't let that happen. It really was. It's one of the, look, normally I got a rule and I was starting to yell at myself for the advice that I was giving, pretending that I was bottomlinebets.com, for goodness sake, saying, I don't think that there is any chance that the Giants really keep this close. And then they were sort of keeping it close early enough to where if you laid the 12.5, you had to have been a little bit worried about that. They end up covering. Good coaches win, great coaches cover, right? They end up getting it done. But you give me 12.5, I'm taking it. I mean, that's like I broke a personal rule because I just thought that the 49ers were going to come out and kick the New York Giants' ass tonight because Saquon Barkley wasn't playing. And sure enough, that was the difference, certainly in the cover or not. Had Saquon Barkley played tonight, I don't think the Giants are winning this game, but I bet you they score one more touchdown that they didn't. And that would have affected things in the desert. Anyways, I just saw my man Bart Winkler's name scroll on by. Good to see you, Bart, in here. He's a really good talk show host who got businessed out of his Milwaukee talk show. He's getting it done on YouTube now. It's where all the cool kids are hanging out, if you don't mind me saying. How about that? Jeff says, homecoming at Turkey on the 50. Even Joan from payroll was there. Yeah, Richard Sherman was there tonight. No Russell Wilson, though. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be eating turkey on anybody's field anytime soon. Okay. What do we got? Michelle Haberman at the game tonight. Making my way through the malaise back to my car. That was a solid win. There you go. Solid win. AJ Strong says, I'm already up 500 just playing the Niners. Give it up. Good for you, man. Good for you. Oh, you know what? Someone just reminded me. We do have baseball on tonight. I mean, why bother? But there is baseball. Let me put the Giants game on. Just take a look at it. Why not? We're going to be hanging out here for a while talking sports. We might as well put some more sports on. I will say this. On my YouTube channel page today, there is a video linking the greatest Larry Krueger rant about the San Francisco Giants I've ever heard. Larry came on today on my 11 a.m. show, and we previewed 49ers and Giants. Then the topic became San Francisco Giants for what I thought would be like the final 5 minutes of the show. And Larry went on a 29-minute rant on the Giants front office that I can only tell you that if Ralph Barbieri was looking down on that segment from heaven today, he would have said, I really think Larry captured what a lot of Giants fans are feeling these days. It's very frustrating going to the ballpark and not being able to identify with anyone. My man Stefan is in the room. Stefan of Bottom Line Bets. Oh, it's good to see you, Stefan. Welcome, hello, and congratulations on another great night. That man right there, Stefan Kutzman, will go ahead and put a little personal touch on you signing up to Bottom Line Bets. He is not going to take your money running and hiding. No. He is going to be there with you. He is going to be riding the train with you. Again, he is not just selling you picks. He's playing the picks that you buy. And man, he is playing them all the way up to a penthouse condo on the top of the Aria. My man's getting it done. There he is. Look at Stefan just dropping Bottom Line Bets. Bottom line, we win. Tap in. Money bags. Get him, Stefan. Get him. I love it. Look at everybody getting in here. Go ahead. Check out bottomlinebets.com. You'll be happy that you did. 3-0, my man Larry, solid. You're right. Fork-tailed Devil. That sack by Hargrave was big. Yes, it was. There were a couple standout individual moments in this game and a few players who didn't, flashed when they needed to. Let's just say, forget about what they didn't do. Let's talk about what they did do when it mattered the most. They flashed. First of all, Christian McCaffrey, every single time he touches the ball, he basically flashes. This guy's unbelievable. Christian McCaffrey is maximum football. I mean, almost all by himself. That guy's un-fucking believable. I thought Bosa and Hargrave got it done when they needed to. Let me tell you, when you sack a quarterback on the goal line, forward momentum shouldn't be a play. Like when you can push a guy into the end zone, that should be a safety. That should be a safety, just on the rules of how football should operate. Like forget about this, the letter of the law, the spirit of the law says that should be a safety, but it wasn't. You do get your forward momentum stopped, even though you got buried. God, Nick Bosa just buried Daniel Jones. And then Hargrave gets his second sack of the season in the first half, and that came on a third down, and maybe the Giants are going to get back into this game. No, they're not. They're not going to take this ball far over midfield. They're going to get eaten alive right here, and their punter did a really good job tonight. It was a good night for Giant punting. I'll give them that much. Some yellow flags were notable players in this game. Yellow flags that kept the 49ers on the field. I'm not saying that they were El Cheapos either, but there were a few flags that the 49ers needed when they got them to keep the chains moving on third down. I thought that Isaiah Oliver played another really good game out there. I thought Isaiah Oliver played Darren Waller better than just about anybody else in that secondary. And again, the secondary had a good game against Daniel Jones, who was held to a grand total of 137 passing yards. The Giants ran only 150 yards of offense for the Giants in 46 plays. Woo, there's that defense waking up a little, right? After you had less than 3 Mississippi passing game with Matthew Stafford hurt you last week. Tonight, Daniel Jones, he looked around and he didn't find very many yards. 150 total yards in 10 drives. For the Giants, it was 441 yards in 11 drives. 5.7. I got terrible eyes here. I need to go get my glasses checked again. 5.7 yards per play for the 49ers. 3.3 yards per play for the New York Giants. And that is why the 49ers had 300 yards passing to 121, 29 rushing yards for the Giants. Again, Saquon Barkley is 45% of their offense, and they missed him tonight. They missed Saquon Barkley tonight. I'm glad you're not missing out with us tonight. If you bet bottom line bets, you didn't miss on cashing winners tonight. Stefan is red hot at bottomlinebets.com. Find out for yourself daily, weekly, monthly subscriptions, and find out for yourself why Larry Krueger and I are taking over the Bay Area right on YouTube. I mean, we are coming for everyone, and it's official. 49ers Wake Up starts at 8 a.m. 49ers Wake Up, 8 a.m. It is simulcast on my page, on Larry's channel, and we'd love to have you back here tomorrow morning. If you think Larry and I are good postgame, you give us a night to sleep on this shit, we come up with an awful lot to talk about. We're going to have a great show tomorrow because this is one of those games. You never have to apologize when you win. It was an imperfect win. People think that perfect is available in the NFL more often than it is. That perfect game comes but once, twice, 3, 4 times a season if you're lucky and really, really good, and it has an awful lot to do with you being locked in, your opponent stepping on their own dicks, up and down the field a little bit. Look, this is a great league. There's talent in this league. The difference between the best NBA team and the worst NBA team is this. NFL is this. Jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle. There we go. AJ Strong, thank you so very much. And Donskoy, to you, go Sharks. Appreciate you, AJ, very, very much. Part of the Plus Army for sure. Thank you very much. Chris Hansen. Oh, good to see you, Chris. Cowboys sure are September champions. Look, they don't need to apologize for their start. They don't need to apologize for their start. Steve P says, Jenny was a friend of mine. It's one of the great intro songs of all time. Again, that's why hopefully tonight you think of dropping a couple super chats, and then we'll just buy that song from the Killers, and I'll be able to use it. In the meantime, we don't want to flag copyright. Richard says, hello from Seattle. Richard Ray Archuleta. Hello, Richard. Good to see you. Welcome. I hope you've clicked subscribe. I hope you drop a like on your way out. This is Paul Coffey saying practice. We talking about practice? No, we're not. Not anymore. A lot of could have been, might have been interception. No interceptions tonight for Brock Purdy. Could have been, might have been, should have been. All those joint practices with the Raiders. Oh, my God. Breathless overreaction to a training camp interception. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. 3-0, no major injuries. And what do you got? 11 days off until the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm telling you right now, don't disrespect and overlook the Arizona Cardinals, even though they're not even trying to win this year. The Arizona Cardinals, for some stupid reason, always put their best game of the year out on the field against the 49ers in all years. That happened against Jim Harbaugh. It happened against Jim Tomsula. It happened against Mike Nolan. Happened against Chip Kelly, for goodness sakes. It's always the Arizona Cardinals stealing a win where they shouldn't. Don't let that happen. I don't think it's going to happen, as the second of 3 straight home games will be up in 11 days against the Arizona Cardinals, and then it's the Dallas Cowboys, who suffered a big injury today. A big injury in practice. There is no doubt about that. To pretend that the 49ers' chances of winning the NFC didn't just increase a little today, that's not home cooking. That's truth, because they're undefeated, they're good, they're not hurt, and today we saw a big injury on the field in Dallas. It was Trayvon Diggs tearing his ACL in practice. So, Cowboys down one of the best corners in football. Paul says, this is better than radio. I agree, Paul. I'm having an awful lot of fun. Late night for Jack. You are right about that. Who needs airways when you got a global pod? This thing's universal, man. They're picking this up in outer space, right? Keep them off YouTube so we can be real. No commercials on YouTube. Look, I'm real. I think I've been real no matter where I've gone. But yes, this is a commercial-free broadcast beyond the moments that I tell you about my man Stefan at Bottom Line Bets. And that's really not a commercial as much as it's me trying to help you make some money on these plays that he keeps cashing winners on. Go ahead and find out for yourself, daily, weekly, monthly, and he's got a special, like $999. He's giving you every pick he's making the rest of this NFL season. And I can promise you those aren't just football picks that he's giving to you, but he's going to give you a lot of NBA and baseball. And my man, here's the thing. My man, Stefan, he's really good at football, really good at college football. He is aces when it comes to baseball. Oh, my God. He picks winners in baseball. Like he should get rid of Farhan, bring in Stefan. BottomLineBets.com. Find out for yourself. Stop taking my word for it. Let's see. What have we got here on the chat line? Chris Hansen again says, the last I remember, the Niners beat the Cowboys back-to-back playoffs. Look, that's happened. Past performance does not dictate future outcome. Again, what I want to do on this show is take like just blind cockiness out of the conversation. I mean, there's no reason to talk shit about a game that will happen maybe in the postseason, maybe 4 months from now. No reason to talk about that tonight. Live in the moment. Chris, sit down right here in the kitchen so I can talk to you if you don't mind. Live in the moment. And the moment says 3-0, this is good. Don't worry about shit that hasn't happened yet. Shush, coming in from the top rope. 49.49, but I don't know how. So here's 49.99. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love this community. Shush, we love you. You're a huge part of what we do, man. Thank you very much for the generosity. I like that an awful lot. Let's see. What have we got? Again, those super chats stand right out. Those things glow like freaking neon here on the chat. This is a good way of looking at it, Nick J. As long as Greenlaw doesn't have a disastrous personal foul in a postseason game, be like Draymond. Get it all out in the regular season. Again, there's a part of me that agrees. Dre Greenlaw picks up a personal foul every other week, and it's usually on a play where he's just going a little bit too hard, a little bit too fast, out of bounds by a heartbeat. I don't want to take that away from him. I really don't. I don't want any coach saying, hey, Dre, slow down a little bit. Think more. Don't just react. Think more. I don't want that. I don't want that. Of course, a really terrible penalty in a big game. You know, it all goes back to unforgivable. But I'm willing to forgive it in week 3. Legends Pizza Company says, congrats on the success, D. Bruce. I have an acai bowl. Acai. Let me tell you, Palmetto Superfoods is sponsoring 49ers Wake Up 8 a.m. Friday morning on YouTube. On my channel, on Larry Krueger's channel, brought to you by Palmetto Superfoods. The acai bowl is delicious, and Legends Pizza Co., guess what? There's one in my fridge, too. I'm going to show you how beautiful that is. I popped it in the freezer because I don't want it to get... I'd rather it thaw a little tomorrow than come out a little mushy. So I popped it in the freezer. I hope I did that right. We're getting going early tomorrow morning, so I just wanted to get it here. I wanted to have it. Let's go to an update here from Rick Mighty Bone Feliciano. Again, I'm not tracking these things, but Rick is. The 95.7 live stream right now has 146 watching and 16 likes. We have 403, 119. That's the Plus Army, baby. Where do you think the Plus Army was trained? They followed their general over here. And that's why I love you so very, very much. I really, really do. Stefan had it at 10.5. You get it at 10. That's the thing. I saw it, Stefan. I saw that line move to 12.5 in some places. So that's a hard number to cover in the NFL. It's a hard number to cover. AJ again. Boom, AJ. Another top rope drop on us. Another 10 bones. Damon Bruce talking Sharks on Teal Town, USA. I am absolutely 100% coming on the Teal Town podcast, and I'm bringing this soundbite with me.
Done scoring.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be bringing this soundbite to the NHL anymore.
Done scoring.
But we will still have it for you, AJ. I'll never delete that, just for us. Fork-tailed Devil brings up a point. Imagine if Trent would have been ejected for the punch. Look, he could have been, and I mean, honestly, he should have been. He should have been. You know who did not have a great game tonight? Trent Williams. Trent Williams got flagged twice, and he did something that he knows this could get you thrown out of an NFL game, and you can't get your best tackle in football getting thrown out of games for punching dudes after a play. Like, you got to be better than that, Trent. You got away with one tonight. He really did. And again, we're not here to blow sunshine up anybody's asses. You know who got away with a couple tonight? No doubt about it. Brock Purdy. There's a few throws last week he would like to have back, but they didn't hurt him. And ultimately, the few throws this week that he might have liked to have back, they didn't hurt him. Damon, did you get your acai bowl from Palmetto's tonight? Yeah, I had it delivered. It's tough to have something that's like frozen delivered. I think it's a great in-person item. Like fried food, again, calamari doesn't deliver very well because it steams when it's sitting in its package being brought to you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're all as fat as I am, at least in your heart. Damon, that Larry rant was epic. It really was. Go ahead and watch the Larry Krueger 29-minute rant on the San Francisco Giants when you're all done here tonight. Watch that. Again, if you're going to leave my video, go to another video of mine. This is the live. By the way, this isn't a video. We're live, baby. We are live here on the Bottom Line Bets postgame show. It is great to have you as we are in our 9 p.m. hour. I love being here with you about as much as Al Michaels hates being down in Santa Clara. He does not like that stadium. What went wrong tonight? I tell you, there are a few things that might have gone wrong, but ultimately didn't go very, very wrong. Darius Slay, I thought, picking up 18 yards with about 32 seconds left in that first half. Diamador Lenore was on that coverage there. It looked like he just very casually picked that up going down the sideline, and he just stepped out of bounds. There wasn't a lot of contact. It didn't seem like anyone was intensely playing that play, but boom, it was a big play. It was a chunk play that set up a Gano 57-yarder to be down 11 at half instead of 14. So that could have come back and maybe haunted just a little. It didn't really. Lenore then made that PI, the personal pass interference, that made it 1st and goal after he was battling with Waller. You had Breida then scoring on the very next play. Again, it was a moment where the New York Giants, here they come. They're getting closer. Are you going to answer? Or are you going to put up a little, more points here and just keep the Giants going? We can't get much closer, can we? We're running out of time. UC Steve says, the national media should show some shots around the South Bay, not just San Francisco, so Al doesn't complain anymore. There's a couple of nice shots of San Jose that I guess that they could use. Huh? Be like, hey, everybody, have a look. It's the tank. Done scoring. But it's all the money shots are up in San Francisco. We know that. Al's a diehard San Francisco guy. It's been a while since I heard Larry that fired up. Oh, you could tell that was bottled up inside of him for months. He had been waiting to let that out. Oh, first name Stefan, last name Curry. We're 33 days away. Go to bed tonight. 32 days away. You're a month away from the Warriors. That's going to be fun. We'll have some post-game and Damon for the Warriors this year. I'm looking forward to that too. I really am. So, where are we? Where are we here? Look at my man Stefan offer a free day to everyone in this chat. Stefan, how do they go about cashing on that deal? How do you do that? Stefan giving a free day to anyone in this chat. I'm guessing, how about this? Anyone who signs up tonight for a day gets it for free? Is that how he's going to determine it? I don't even know. We should have talked about this. I tell you what, Stefan, we need to talk about this before the Arizona game, and we'll really figure out how to give it all away. But if you're willing to let everybody who wants to sign up for Bottom Line Bets in this chat right now, if you give them a window to do it, let them in. Let them in, Stefan. BottomLineBets.com. Dude, my man wants to help you cash some winners. Speaking of what? We got a yoinks away, throw down to first base. It was out a snap play, and we got runners on second and third, one out in the seventh. It ain't good. 3-2, Dodgers winning. Danny GTV from Arizona, and the Niners, in honor of the Niners putting up 30 for Curry. 3 straight weeks. I get a 30 spot. Well, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that very, very much, Danny G. Sorry you got swept, by the way, when the Giants were in Arizona there. Indiana Jim, great Razor impression. I want to thank you so very, very much. You know, Patrick Marleau was wonderful to me and Tate, and they put us right on the glass up in Calgary, and I came on back and I said, Tommy, you know, there's really something special about the NHL, and they go about and take care of you, and it's special. It was special to me. It was special to Tate, and they took great care of us, and I want to thank the Sharks and Joe Thornton, who's a lovely man. Oh, God, I miss Ralph. I miss Ralph very, very much. Hey, yeah, you know what? Here's a really good Bamboo Soul just saying, Damon, dude, Ronnie Bell looked ready. He made plays. How about the catch in the front corner of the end zone? Ronnie Bell, that was a great play. I thought that, that was an all Wolverine 7 points. You got Ronnie Bell catching it, and then you got Moody kicking it. Moody had another game without a mistake. Good news. Good news, going in the right direction. That's what the 49ers are going in. They're going in the right direction. Daniel Rodriguez. Let's go, Damon. You're the man. Smash that like button. Thank you very much, Daniel. I appreciate it. Again, I'm seeing all kinds of new names in here. Bronx Bomber. Maybe we got some folks from New York who stumbled in here tonight. Hey, I'm from Schenectady. I grew up around tons of suffering New York Giants fans. They were high on the hog back then. That was Phil Simms. It was like the best the Giants really ever were. To be honest with you, this is Lawrence Taylor coked out of his mind heyday. Hargrave Eaton, happy for him. Happy for Kinlaw too. Bronx Bomber. Kinlaw, you can tell he is as healthy as he's been in his career. You can tell. What do we got? Dable needs to say hydrated, given how much sheen he has on his head. That man looks like he sweats gravy, vegetable oil. All right. SD1593 sounds like a PIN code. 49er Red Dawn Wake Up Tomorrow. Again, that probably should have been the name of the show. We were going with 49ers Wake Up because we're afraid we're going to trigger some Red Dawn copyright infringement. So we're going with what we're going with. 49er Wake Up, 8 a.m. Damon Bruce, Larry Krueger tomorrow. I'm going to have a little holding place, a little thumbnail for you. You want to set up Notify to that? You want to wait all night for us to get in there at 8 a.m.? We'll be there. We'll be there on time. I set that alarm. I want to tell you about my boy Stefan at Bottom Line Bets again. He's invited everyone to sign up for a free night who's in the chat right now. That is an incredibly generous thing to do. BottomLineBets.com. Speaking of being generous, they're getting awfully greedy when it comes to taking Las Vegas's money. He had 2 plays on this game tonight. He had 2 positions. He hit them both. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 3-0 day with a baseball play from earlier. My man is on fire. Find out for yourself. Larry saying, look, Arizona's already tanking. Look, you're right. But still, don't take anything lightly in this league. Don't take anything lightly in this league. You just can't. That franchise is tanking. The players don't want to. Remember when Texas had a chance to have the number 1 pick? What did they do? They came out and they beat the Bears in the last freaking game of the year. You know, Lovie Smith on the way out the door. He didn't mind picking up a win. These players want to win. That franchise might be tanking. That team's not going to try to tank. And for whatever reason, Arizona just always gives the Niners more than the Niners want. Nick J says, look, man, Thursday night games suck, but if you lose, then it's an 11-day break. It's almost like a second bye week. They have another Thursday night game later this year on Thanksgiving. Do you realize that? We're going to be having Thanksgiving together. We're going to be having Christmas together. I hope you bring me to your Christmas parties. I hope you got the Plus on the phone, sitting around with the entire family unwrapping gifts. We got Christmas. We got Thanksgiving. We got New Year's Eve together, I believe. I mean, I'm going to have to jump on little couch tour. Might have some fish at Madison Square Garden up on the TV. Again, don't want to get the copyright flag. Forktail Devil. Damon and Krug together, taken over by storm. We really are. It's happening. All the stuff that, I got laid off. He called me and he's like, let me tell you what can happen. We play this right. It's starting to happen. It's officially starting to happen.
And now you have my permission to die.
Hi, Jillian. Boys are in bed. Wife's giving me the all clear. I can officially pull out the whiskey because the boys are in bed. That's nice. A little blackened whiskey for a 3-0 start, don't you think? I do have an early 8 a.m. wake up, so one bottle pull. That's it. Honey, you want a bottle pull for the 3-0 Niners?
Yes.
Get in here.
Another Purdy 30.
There you go. 30. Look at this. Look at you trying to stay just out of frame. Show everyone how beautiful you are. There she is. Mrs. Plus.
Go Niners.
She's happy. The boys are happy. You should be happy. Again, the critics are going to come out. They always do. They always bring out their knives. They're going to tell you what Purdy isn't. They don't like this about his arm strength, that about his accuracy, this, that, the other thing. This is what I don't like. Here's what I do like. He keeps on winning all the time. This team keeps on scoring 30 points when he plays. That's pretty good, right? Goodness me. I see my man Otis Bird III. Great to see you in here, Otis. He's leading us on the chat. Always have, always will, I hope. Mark Failer. Mark, couldn't help but notice your generosity tonight. That's how you support the show. Support my sponsors, and thank you very much for the super chat. Just watched the game with my family down in Salinas. Hello, Salinas. Heading back to Santa Clara. Thanks for postgame and Damon bringing me back home. Niners, absolutely amazing. Thank you very, very much, man. It's good to be back on after postgame. I cut my teeth in this market doing postgame for the Niners, for the Giants, for the Warriors. It's always been one of my favorite things to do. Hosting the show the day after is great. And Larry and I are going to have a great show for you at 8 a.m. starting tomorrow morning. Wake Up With Us, 49ers Wake Up, brought to you by Palmetto Superfoods. But there's nothing like the energy that comes with just, hey, that game just wrapped up. Everyone wants to talk about it. Let's go do that. I love that. By the way, we are an hour in. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. I would love it if you would go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And then, man, if you push that notify too, I want to give you a big kiss. Thank you so very, very much. I live in a world where I now got to ask people to do these things. It's crazy. But here we are. And I'm loving it, man. I'm absolutely loving it. What you sipping on there, D. Bruce? A little blackened? You just saw it. It just went down. We got a Salinas gangsta. Thank you very much, Salinas. Larry. Larry Wong saying, my favorite Larry Krueger quote today from his Giants rant, which, again, you got to check that out. Check out Larry's 29-minute rant on the Giants. That would have made Ralph Barbieri proud. My favorite quote was, Farhan is a nerd. He is. And look, like we do apply that he wasn't saying it as an insult, but you got to be more than just a nerd to be successful. All right. I saw Cap eating an artichoke in the dugout. Did you really? Did he eat an artichoke in the dugout? I mean, I got to be honest. Like Larry brought up a point. Like I don't like guys eating. It's unprofessional. I'll tell you that it is kind of unprofessional. But like an apple, I'm okay with it. Like an artichoke, though. What is he like? Using his teeth to grate the artichoke off the artichoke heart? I mean, no. Hello there. Who's nice enough saying, I love the banter between you and Ratto. I missed Ray. You know, we'll get Ray here eventually. I hope. Ray's hard to book. Ray's unavailable. We're going to have to ply him with cocktails. I might have to roofie Ray at his house and just bring him here. Have him wake up. I'll join the live stream. Ray's waking up. There you go. You probably didn't think you were going to get roofing Ray Ratto stories tonight, but like I said, it's great to have you here. Damon, we need new Cowboy fan crying memes, though. Well, go get your memes. Here's the thing. You got all week to get your Cowboy memes in. Like, feel free to bask in the game that just ended about, an hour ago. Drew don't care, saying D. Bruce don't care. Say it. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're doing over here. Yeah, I am glad, too, Days, that Trent Williams did not get ejected for the punch he threw. But if they had tossed him for that one, it would have been indefensible. You couldn't have said, well, he didn't throw a punch. He threw a punch. He hit a guy. That'll get you ejected from a game. Here's a little secret. Yoga hot chicks at Palmetto. Nick J, you know it. Be there in the morning. Right after yoga class. Acai. A lot of yoga pants. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 49ers wake up, D. Bruce, Larry Krueger. It is great to have you here. It is wonderful to tell you about Bottom Line Bets, my man Stefan. By the way, if you like hot chicks, you might want to follow him as well on Instagram and on Facebook, because Stefan is officially, he's got the Bottom Line Bets girls. They're not ugly. Oh, did I just get handsomer? Did I just get sexier in here? Did my wife just turn the lights down? Does that mean wrap up the show? Damon, it's time for a little upstairs sex? No way. No way it means that.
Doing your listeners a favor.
Thank you very much. She's just doing it for you. Definitely not for her. Honey, you want some?
Of what?
Exactly. There you go. Niners are 3-0.
Woo!
Want some?
Of what? Acai?
Yeah. He wants some acai bowls. I got a joke. You're my wife. I'm not telling that joke. I love you, honey. Love you very much.
Not coming back.
General Bruce, we salute you. Thank you very much, G. Martinez. I salute you right back. All right. Lots going on. Lots going on now in this chat. Here's a nice little here's a nice little Kyrie 2021 Sunday. We can just relax and hopefully watch what Max Verstappen in Japan wins. I'm not an F1 guy. I spent time in Indiana. If I was going to get into motorsports, it would have happened there. I've been to the Indianapolis 500. I was around gearheads who were trying to sell me NASCAR, F1. I can't like it all, folks. Can't like it all. Damon, this is what an air fryer is for. Get an air fryer. Oh, is this to re-crisp the soggy, fried, delivered food? I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a stroke on your body count, you shouldn't own an air fryer or any fryer. I need less fryer in my life. I couldn't even become a member of the Fryers, although they seem like a great group. Kyle says Hargrave is the second best free agent pickup since Justin Smith. I mean, let's play it out a little bit, but he's off to a great start. You know, what he lacks possibly against the run, hopefully Javon Kinlaw can make that up. And what this guy does rushing the passer and collapsing the middle of the pocket as a D tackle, it's special. And you get him around Bosa and Armstead and Drake Jackson and Cleveland Farrell, who, by the way, had to get face masks tonight to slow him down. He had his entire helmet turned on him. Man. Ike said 100% Larry's rant was the highlight of my YouTubing today. It was my highlight too. I told him, I called him when it was done. I said, Larry, I am putting out this video. It's the greatest half hour in the history of your career. But unfortunately for you, it's on my channel. It's okay. He's doing well enough on his channel. But I mean it. It was a straight up cleansing from my man Larry Krueger today. He let it all out. He let it all out. He needed to get that out. He'll probably sleep better tonight. And after that great night's sleep, join us at 8 a.m., baby. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. Hey, the Giants were competitive on that first drive. They were. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The Giants played their best football game of the season tonight. And at the end of it, they had 12 points and 150 yards of offense. And Saquon Barkley is going to be out at least a couple more weeks. Look at it this way. There was no city that had greater expectations for a fun football season than New York, right? The Giants were supposed to kind of put it together and maybe do it again. And the Jets were going to be this AFC story of the year with Aaron Rodgers. And oh my goodness. And after 3 weeks, there's going to be a lot of pissed off sports talk radio in New York City tomorrow. My man AJ Cruz keeps on tapping this. Terrestrial radio sucks. Long live podcasts. Thank you, AJ. You get another for that. Very, very nice. Very generous. My man triple dipping into the ganja jar tonight. Days says, little sloppy, but glad we got things to work on and get better at. And again, you got 11 days now to get better and sharpen the knives. Having momentum at the end of the season, a lot more than, look, all I can tell you is there's a truth to this cliche. You can't win a Super Bowl in week 3, but you can lose one. I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys have lost their Super Bowl, but I don't care whether or not the Dallas Cowboys win this week. They've already lost the week. Today, a major injury, if you have not heard, star cornerback Trayvon Diggs suffered a season-ending torn ACL in his left knee during practice. And so the Dallas Cowboys are down one of their most talented players just like that without even playing a game. Happened in practice. We talking about practice. That's a brutal way to lose a player of his caliber. That's a brutal way to lose a third-string guard on the practice squad, for goodness sakes. It's just a brutal way to, practice in football is dangerous. Brutal. So, 49ers had a pretty damn good day. Not that you want to bask in anybody's injuries, but 49ers want all of it this year. They want to come and get all the cookies. So if teams start dropping their cookies, they'll take them. But that's big. Matt says, Bruce just killing it right now. Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you for being in here. Hit that like button. Kill that like button. Share. There's a share button. I don't even know what that does. I don't think I've ever shared anything. Share it. Share things. Okay. Oh, you know where else? You want to say, D. Bruce, we want to help you out. We really want to support you. What else can we do? Take care of my sponsors. Starting with my man Stefan at Bottom Line Bets. Go ahead and sign up. He's giving you winners. Daily, weekly, monthly. You've already heard it all. BottomLineBets.com. go ahead and take care of my friends at Uncle Boy's. They had another break-in. Go and get a burger there. And tell your friends about this. Now, there's an awful lot of bad offerings in terms of, look, pros. But just look at both sports talk stations in this city and what's become of them. Look at where the real talent is. It's over here on YouTube now. So thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for continuing to come back, hit like, hit subscribe, help that algorithm. And if you really do want to go above and beyond and help me, download the AMP app where we have a VIP hangout after our Monday 11 a.m. West Coast time shows. That is on the AMP app. Download the AMP app. We'll play a lot of fun music over there because we're allowed to do it over there. That happens when the YouTube show shuts down. We go over to the AMP app, follow me over there, Damon Bruce Plus, and subscribe to the podcast. This is all free of charge, by the way. You won't be charged a dime for anything. We're not doing any Patreon. I haven't come up with any memberships yet. I mean, eventually, sure, maybe. But what I would like to do is continue to grow this, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. Growing by leaps and bounds because of you. And let's see. We put on nearly 70 subscribers today. We're rolling sevens. 7,772 subscribers as of right now. 5 more, you punch subscribe. We'd be going sevens across the board. 7, 7, 7, 7. Now I sound like Stu Feiner. 7, 7, 7, 7. Give me all sevens. Hell, I'm gonna get greedy. I guarantee you there are enough of you in right now who are not subscribed that if you all who are not subscribed hit subscribe right now, we would get to 7,800 subscribers tonight. I do want to be at 10,000 before the bye week. I'm getting greedy. By the way, during the bye week, November 5th, we will be having Plus Mania 2 at Victory Hall in San Francisco. Larry Krueger is going to be in attendance this time around, and hopefully an awful lot of you. You will find the good people in this chat are even better people when you meet them in person. And it's so cool, the community that we've been able to build over here on YouTube. It really is a special, fun part of my digital discovery. Oh, 2 more of you just signed up. We're 3 away from 7,777. Showboat saying, D. Bruce, crazy how accurate that Ralph impression is. Thank you. R.I.P. Ralph. I love the Razor. I really did. He was he was a guy who would call me in commercial breaks while I was at 95.7 The Game. Yeah, Damon, I can't help but listen to you. I spent all that time working with Tom, but I find myself continuing to tune in, and I just want to say you're doing a great job, and be true to yourself, and don't, just keep it up. Ralph's words of encouragement meant so much to me. A lot of love for Ronnie Bell. Lot of love for Ronnie Bell on the chat. Lot of love for your boy saying love the show. Thank you, Swift Dog 49er. Thank you oh so much. Kinlaw almost had a sack tonight. Dude, Kinlaw is off to a nice little start this year. He is. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've seen out of Kinlaw. He looks healthier than he has been in his career. Let's go over some defining moments, I thought, in this game. Defining moments. You had the New York defense holding on and only giving up a field goal on the opening drive of the game. And the New York Giants pass rush was making itself felt. And look, Brock Purdy was uncomfortable. His first 3-4 drives, not a model of efficiency. There was a little something off. You could just see it. You could feel it. There was a little something off. But when he would have, just a little trouble throwing the ball downfield, Kyle would dial up the perfect screen. You had Deebo make a couple of screen plays tonight. You had Christian McCaffrey on a third, and I think it was like 13 or 16. It was a third and very long. And, here it is, another screen, because Kyle's not really trusting what he's seeing out of Purdy tonight. So he's not really attacking downfield. You didn't see Purdy unleash a lot of balls, 5-8 yards past the line of scrimmage tonight. You didn't. A couple of screens, which on third and long, usually, that's a safe conservative play that dies bettering your field position more than it picks up that first down. Tonight, it was picking up first downs. Kyle called a good game tonight. 30 points, 6 straight games, a franchise record regular season, obviously, combining last year and this year. It's amazing. And all of the people who think that the franchise quarterback is a body type or an arm strength, or and they don't want to factor in any of the intangibles that clearly Brock has with him that makes up for any physical attribute that he might not possess. What you have is someone who can play this game in between his ears. And that's why Shanahan likes this guy and trusts this guy. And I thought that there was an awful lot of trust out of Shanahan in a night where Brock was not feeling super efficient. Kyle kept calling pass plays on first down, on second down. He kept staying aggressive with his play calling, and then got bailed out with a few runs on third down that were just huge. I'll tell you, he got bailed out of a few runs on second down where it's 2nd and 10, and there's Christian McCaffrey with either a 9 or an 11-yard gain. God, McCaffrey's unbelievable. 18 carries, 85 yards on the ground with a rushing touchdown, and in the air, Christian McCaffrey, 5 catches on 5 targets for 34 more yards, and he is just awesome. Elijah Mitchell was told he was going to be worked into the mix more, and he was. 11 carries and 42 yards with a long of 18 for Elijah Mitchell, who had a good game. He also caught 3 passes for a couple of yards. So Kyle told you that he was going to get a little deeper into his running back depth chart. We even got 3 carries for 11 yards out of Jordan Mason, a carry for Kyle Juszczyk. Deebo, who almost served last week as the backup running back because he's had so much success against the Los Angeles Rams. He wasn't involved in the running game tonight, but for 1 carry for 2 yards. McCaffrey, man, he unlocks everything. He really does. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Did a great morning show with Larry. We're going to have a great morning show tomorrow. 49er Wake Up is going to be happening at 8 a.m. It's a simulcast on the Krug channel and Damon Bruce Plus. We hope that you are there. And if you're hearing about it over here, watch it over here too. We could use the bump. Larry's, he's 20,000 something subscribers. Did we get to 77777? Oh, no, 7776. There we go. One more of you. You hit that subscribe.
Thank you to the super chatters.
Thank you to super chatters. Yes, we are.
Mark Failer.
Yes, I got it. We've been waiting. Thank you, honey. Okay. I really appreciate your help. Yeah. We got you, Mark Failer. We're thanking everyone who's dropping super chats tonight. We are backed up in the chat room. I've not yet gotten to a few of them, possibly. Jillian getting some love in here. Jillian, hello, Jillian. Oh my God, she's beautiful. Did you expect anything else? Come on. Thank you very much, JC Montana. Moody's been spot on. Yeah, I don't like drafting kickers in the 3rd round, but if the guy is going to, never miss a kick, he can stay. That guy can sing for his supper. NorCal Niner, thank you very much. Moody has been really good. He's perfect so far. He hasn't missed anything. Has not missed any. Oh, look at that. Look at what happened while we were away. 2 more subscribers. We're now 7778. I was looking forward to seeing all 7s on the odometer. I guess I'm going to have to wait until we're at 77,777. So it'll be, a little while before that comes around. But it will come around. Oh, yes. It will come around. One more pull. One more pull. One more pull.
Thank you, Drew.
G. Martinez. No. We're not going to. No. No more pulls. Thank you very much, though. I got an early morning tomorrow.
Drew with the super chat.
Got it, honey. I got it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I love you. Jillian over there counting money. Go home, honey. Oh, that's right. We are home. So, we got ourselves a great little thing going over here. It's been an awful lot of fun. Admiral Bruce. Oh, man. Remember Scott in Santa Cruz? I do. I remember Scott in Santa Cruz. Samuel Winchester's doing the same thing. Oh, man. General Bruce reminds me of Scott in Santa Cruz with the Admiral Bruce. Let me tell you, Samuel, you've been listening to me for years. You've been listening to me for years, so thank you so much. October 1st, 7 p.m., Damon Bruce joins the Teal Town USA podcast to talk about the Chicago Blackhawks. Sure.
Done scoring.
Why not? AJ, you set it up. I'll come knock it down for you. There's no doubt about it. I promise. JJ Raider says, man, I got to wait until Sunday night to watch the Raiders get their ass beat and watch Jimmy throw interceptions. Stefan, what's the over-under on Jimmy's pick total? Oh, the nation thrilled with their quarterback. We had a final from Chavez Ravine. The Giants are just laying down to die this year, especially with games on the road. They lose 7-2 tonight. Dodgers win. Wrap up that entire front office. Again, make sure you listen to the Larry Krueger rant. I know a few of you are out there like, man, let me tell you, I'm not watching the Giants. Well, Larry's going to tell you why you're not watching the Giants. He was fantastic. It's one of the all-time greatest rants I've ever seen or heard from Larry. Again, thank you very much for the likes, for the love, for the super chatting. Appreciate it all. We got ourselves an awesome show coming up tomorrow morning. If you are sick and tired, my friends, of watching a whole bunch of people take this world that is now, oh, you can just go ahead and bet on NFL games to the bank and you're not taking it to the bank, why don't you find out the right advice to take to wherever you're laying your bets? And by the way, you can lay your bets at mybookie.ag and use promo code Damon when you sign up. But go to bottomlinebets.com to get the advice that you need to turn your passion into some profitable action on a weekend. My man Stefan, daily, weekly, monthly subscriptions are available. Find out for yourself why I am more than happy to be in business with my man who is not just making it up and throwing just random ideas at you. If he's laying it to you, he's playing it himself. And when I'm looking for a handicapper, that's all I'm looking for. Damon, love the Ralph. Thank you very much. Donny di Montefusco. Donini. Dondini Montefusco. The Bruce Plus. Thank you very much for the Italian hand. AJ Barbieri, the last honest sports talk guy that wasn't state media. Hey, Salty Lamachia. He was great. Damon, have you played Killer's intro on AMP yet? That is from the Chardonnay dog. So I haven't. I've played it, but not as my intro, because my intro on the AMP app is How to Kill a Radio Consultant by Public Enemy. Again, there's an awful lot of not fucking around going on these days from over here. Baron Red says Zebras bailed out the offense. Couple plays they did. Mark Foyer Mark Failer coming in here with another 5 spots. Sexton sat next to Ralph's nephew at a class in Chico State. He was pretty proud of his uncle. I was just stoked to know that he was related to him. Absolutely. There was no one like that guy. They're never making another Ralph Barbieri ever again. Thank you very much for the jingle jangle. I do appreciate it. Drew coming in from the top rope late in the game here. A little 5 bones. Jillian with the strong arm. By the way, it's Jillian with a G. Thank you very much. But Drew, you're a hardcore plusher. You're going to want to know these details. Jillian with a G. It's a common mistake. All forgiven. We love you. Thank you so much, Drew. Nacho Crash. Don't forget about us brothers on Twitch. Can't forget you on Twitch. All single digit number of you over there. I don't even know why we're still broadcasting over on Twitch. There's so little action over there, but it's the internet. So you just put your stuff everywhere and people will find you eventually. Thank you very, very much. Twitch representing. Ernie Chavez representing. Jillian, you're the best. Oh, it's for Jillian. Thank you very much. AJ again coming over on the top rope. AJ to help pay for a bottle of black and for Jillian to take a pull from. Is she lurking? I can't tell. There's a reflection in the mirror. Is she? Yeah, she's bored. The kids are honey. Here, I don't like to sell my wife for shameless pulls, but you've just made $10 for a whiskey pull. You better come live up to it.
There's more super chats that have come in since.
There we go. All right. Well, look at it this way. We're gonna have my wife drink to raise money for the kids to go to school.
Is that what we're doing?
Sure.
Cheers. Go Niners.
Look at that. She's even wearing an oi 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 shirt. That's aggressive. Thank you, honey.
It was only a red shirt that was clean because I don't like to do laundry.
No one likes to do laundry in this house. That's tasty. That blackened is so tasty. There you go. Erwin saying Damon. Wait till you hear Damon and Larry talk to each other as Ralph. Yeah, just dueling Ralphs? Like a dueling piano? Dueling Ralphs? AJ, there he is. AJ makes good on it. 10 bones. There you go, AJ. Again, that's the thing. You didn't handicap that very well. Jillian will drink whiskey for much less than 10.
Easiest money we've ever made.
Seriously, good job. Good job. Shush. Second pull. There it is. 10. Thank you very much, Shush. Appreciate that. Like I said, we're going to go from bottling up the whiskey here to selling acai bowls tomorrow morning. Right around the corner. Don't you go anywhere. We're going to be back at it. Larry Krueger, yours truly, right here on Damon Bruce Plus. You're also going to be able to find us on Larry's channel the day after the 49ers play. It's 49ers Wake Up with yours truly and Larry Krueger. It is going to be the show that takes over the whole gosh darn market because it's us. I mean, where else are you getting us? Not from them. So us are going to give us away. That's how we're going to do it. I want you to go ahead, make a little money this weekend. If you had already had Stefan's plays, you'd be up going into the weekend. I can't wait to see how he's handicapped this weekend. And hopefully you are going to be signing up with bottomlinebets.com. Final super chat of the night coming from Norris. Thank you very much. Norris Mitchell putting 499 in the jar. And you get a personal thank you note from the wife as well. How about that? Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thanks to Bottom Line Bets for supporting us. Thanks to Palmetto Superfoods for being the sponsor tomorrow morning. We'll tell you about acai bowls, but we'll also tell you about how Brock Purdy and the 49ers are undefeated and they can't stop 30 points even in games that they're not even playing that great in. Woo! That's pretty good. Okay, go to bed. That's it. That's enough. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. It's great to be with you. It's great to have seen you show up here. Thank you. Check out that podcast. You're going to get that podcast at Damon Bruce. We'll talk to you 8 a.m. tomorrow. In the meantime, please, remember that sports don't build character, they reveal it.